Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, July the 10th, and my blackberries still look fantastic. We will talk about those here in just a little bit. Let me get caught up to you here. Make sure the volume's not up. Yay, yes. Facebook, you are cooperating today. That is awesome. But hello and happy Sunday. It is July the 10th. I am Kelly. This is IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Brought to you by Casey Kitchen Center. Just kidding, this is where I work. But hello and happy Sunday, everybody. If you are brand new, please let us know because we would love to welcome you. Otherwise, we will get to talking here in just a second. This is, and hello, Stacy's the first one to jump in here. This is chat number 280, and it is titled How to Plan for a Roadblock. So if you're here and you didn't know that you were here for a Weight Watchers chat, hello, Orlando Debbie, it's good to see you. Hello, Sandy. Good to see you too. If you didn't know that you were here for a Weight Watchers chat, maybe you got on the wrong channel. I don't know. But hello, Linda from Rock Island, Illinois. Let's see. Lynette is here from South Carolina. Hello, everybody. Hello, Kim. Good to see you. So, Kim, we've been having crazy weather here, but you live in an area where there should be crazy weather. Hello, John from Home Base. So, how is it out there? And hello, Trish. Are you anywhere near those wildfires? Because I have no concept of where anything is in California. And hello, Sandra from Demon's Ferry. Let's see, Tag is sneaking in. Marlene is here from Florida. Is it toasty and hot there? Because it is toasty. Yeah, toasty and super hot here, super humid. So we've had rain, we were complaining about rain. Okay, good, Trish. We were complaining about rain there for a little while, and now we're like, enough. And hello, Tag. We're like, enough, okay? So we drove by just to look at the garden today. Did not need to stop in and water anything because it has been raining. And hello, Lynn. And let's see, Carol Lou is on vacation at Lake Erie. That sounds like fun. Good to see you. Thank you for coming and joining us. Hello, Mary Ann from Pennsylvania. Good to see you. Yeah, of course, Trish. Yeah, and Trish, your food that you posted today looked fantastic. It looked so good. What all was in there? It looked so good. And hello, Marion from Pennsylvania. Hello, Stacy. Okay, so again, if you're brand new, please tell us hi and hello. If you're watching this later, hold on. Debbie just finished putting 7 pints of cabbage in the canner. Cabbage. Never thought about doing that. You're going to have to tell me about it later. And hello, Roberta. I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. But if you are watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. Still say hi and hello. The girls on Connect were extra chatty this week. So I was super pumped that we got a lot of extra activity over there on Connect this week. But again, chat number 280, how to plan for a roadblock. Hello. Okay, I'm going to say it wrong because there's 2 N's. Is it Anna or Anna? And since I have grandchildren the age to watch Frozen, that everyone whose name is spelled A-N-N-A or A-N-A, y'all are all Anna now. Okay, and you all have a sister named Elsa. Hello, Loretta. It's good to see you too. Looks like Jane's sneaking in and Lisa too. So again, say hi and hello to everybody. I love that you all welcome each other and that you all chat with each other. And again, if you're brand new, let us know because we would love to welcome you. A little bit of news for July because it is July. And hello, Lisa. It is July. So I stumbled upon 2 new bagged salads from Dole. And for those of you who have already panicked, hello, Myra. For those of you who have already panicked, okay, first, you're going to have to go check out my Instagram post or the post on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com to see what they are. But before you panic over the points, hello, Kathy, good to see you. Before you panic over the points, because I've had people panicking over the points, remember, I always want you to hashtag bulk it up and add some things. Hello, Lisa. Add some non-starchy vegetables, some fruit would be good, some no or low point protein, whatever is low or no point protein for you. Always, and hello, Evie, always hashtag bulk it up because you can take one of those bagged salads and you can turn it into a huge salad. I mean, you can turn it into just an enormous salad. And hello, Sherry. Oh, Sherry's in Cape Coral, Florida. Hello, Gina. Good to see you. But yeah, you can make a huge salad by adding some other veggies. And if you add enough non-starchy veggies, you can actually add back points. I've never gotten one of the bagged salads down to 0 points. I've never gotten it back to 0 by adding in, points for non-starchy veggies, but it could be done. I mean, that would be a pretty big salad. That would be like, huge at this point. But anyway, they were, I was super excited, so I'll be trying those this week, but it was two new ones to me. And Loretta had a huge salad for supper with chicken kebabs. Whoa, that sounds fantastic. And she said there was everything in the salad and she is stuffed. You can get full on a salad. Okay. Second bit of news for July for this week. Have you ever noticed that little, and hello Hattie, have you ever noticed that little blue circle down in the bottom right hand corner of your app? It's a blue circle and it has a white plus sign in there. If you go on, okay, Sandra's always obsessed with my earrings. So they're little Mickey heads. They're Mickey heads. I was gonna wear Lynn's earrings tonight and I already lost one of the little hangers from it. So I'm gonna have to get another little hanger put on it. And hello Mary from Pittsburgh, good to see you. But in your app, if you look in the bottom right hand corner, well that's where it is on Apple. I don't know where it is on an Android. I guess I should have asked that first, but it's a blue circle and it has a white square in it, and that's the super duper magical add button. I don't even know if you've noticed it or not, but if you've never noticed that, it is, I know Lynn, it's okay. I know like 15 people that do jewelry. So I just, one of the little hooks came off, and you know, I'm 55. I can't see. It's somewhere, and Bo will probably find it. But anyway, I'll get it fixed, and then I can wear those another night. And aloha Kathy. But if you'll go there, it will instantly take you, if you just click on that little blue circle with the white cross in there, and when some more of y'all have come on, I'll turn the camera around and show you. But you can instantly track a meal, you can instantly track your weight, you can instantly track your activity, and you can instantly track your sleep without having to go hunt anywhere to find any of those things. So that is a super handy, quick and easy tool. Okay, good. Marianne and somebody else, maybe Orlando Debbie, said it is in the same spot. So bottom right hand corner. Actually, you know what? If y'all are saying hi, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I got to show you where it's at. So if you go to your day, it's in the bottom right hand corner, and it's a little blue dot with a white plus. And if you check on that, then you can go to track food, track activity, track weight, or track sleep. So that is a super quick way to find that. And Sandy just found it today. Okay, so I did a little quick video. It's on If You Have an Egg Facebook group. It is on, and it is exactly a shortcut, Debbie. That's exactly right. And it is a shortcut, so it's super handy. So I did a little quick video to show you how to do that. It's on Instagram, and it's on If You Have an Egg. Actually, it's on here too. So y'all can go and watch that. And then the last little bit of news. Hello, Connie. Good to see you. So the last little bit of news for July, for this week for July, is Tuesday, July the 12th, and Wednesday, July the 13th is Amazon Prime Day. Do you know how hard that was for me to say that 2 days is Amazon Prime Day? So the first bit of news is, who decided that it's 2 days long now? Hello, Katie, instead of 1 day long. So why is it 2 days long? I mean, I'm celebrating, yay, hooray, because I have things I need to get. But it's 2 days long now, and they're still calling it Amazon Prime Day. So that was super hard. But anyway, Tuesday and Wednesday, and Loretta's birthday's the 13th. So Amazon's celebrating your birthday. That is so awesome. But Tuesday and Wednesday are Amazon Prime Day. I can't say it, is Amazon Prime Day. And it kicks off on July the 12th. So on July the 12th, it kicks off at midnight, which is 3 a.m. Eastern, and runs through July 13th. So it's technically midnight through the next day. I don't know. Debbie says it's because they don't want their servers to crash. There's that many people shopping on Amazon. Wow. Okay. And I'll have Jessica post this. When she posts this, hopefully in the morning. So she will be posting this before Tuesday. I will have her put a link in the notes to my favorite. I've got a list of my favorite Amazon things, and I'll have her, post that link. So it's going to be things like those Tausi half bowls, those half bowls that y'all see me eat out of all the time. Things like that. The zip sticks, the little things that I use to hold things closed. There's some seasonings in there, and some of the Jordan skinny syrups that I can't get. Some of those are on there. So anyway, I've got quite the selection of Amazon favorites, and you can go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. Actually, you can go there now. You don't even have to wait for Jessica to post this. If you go to www.IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and if you go to the little tab that says recommendations, now see, now I'm gonna have to look at it. Anyway, it'll make sense. It'll drop down and it'll say Kelly's recommendations. You can go there and go, all the Amazon things are towards the end of the pages. So there's like 27 pages of recommendations. I know, I like a lot of stuff. And the Amazon things are towards the end. And yeah, Debbie, those zip sticks are great. Okay, so that's my news for this week. So y'all have some news for me. Who set your bottom in a chair? So I need some thumbs ups For anybody who went to an in-person workshop last week, and I did, so I'm going to give myself a thumbs up. So thumbs ups if you went to an in-person workshop last week. Oh, Loretta bought some of the bowls. Yeah, I love them. I use them for everything. And Linda had her bottom in a green chair again. Linda, how's the gimpy arm? So I saw that it's not broken, or it doesn't need to be casted anyway, but how is your arm? So yeah, thumbs ups if you sat your bottom in a chair, or if you went to a Zoom workshop. And hearts if you attended here with us live last week, or if you watched later on demand. So lots of thumbs ups and hearts. And of course I attended here with us, last week. So I'm going to give a heart. And and Trish says while we're getting that, Trish's egg tarts have eggs, spinach, Jimmy Dean crumble, sun-dried tomatoes, and mini peppers. They look so good. Oh my gosh, they look so yummy. Good, lots of hearts and lots of thumbs ups. Awesome. Okay, so here are your virtual Bravo stickers for everyone who attended an in-person workshop, went to a Zoom workshop, or attended here live with us last week. Oh, and Marianne's bottom was in a green chair. Or watched later on demand. So those are your Bravo stickers, your virtual Bravo stickers. And you can still go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and download actual printable stickers if you would like to as well. Okay, so this month's theme is live flexibly. That was hard to type. So apparently I've never typed the word flexible before, but apparently I've never typed the word flexibly. So that was hard to type. But this month's theme, all of July, is live flexibly, and we're going to spend the entire month how to avoid life's curveballs when they come our way. Okay, so we're going to have to be flexible. We can't be so rigid, in our thinking and what we're doing and everything. We're going to have a little bit of flexibility. Y'all have heard me tell this story before. We had a lady at our in-person workshops years ago who was so rigid. I mean, she was so inflexible in what she was doing that she quit. She gave up before she ever got anywhere. She gave up. But she, it was like everything had to fit inside this little bitty box. And Gwen tells us all the time that if you keep putting yourself in a little food prison, this little box, then you're going to spend all of your time trying to figure out what you're going to do when you break out. Okay, so this entire month we're going to talk about living flexibly, being more flexible in our thinking. And it doesn't mean go crazy, but be more flexible in our in our thinking and our eating and our and what we're going to do. And hello, Rita, it's good to see you. And let's see, somebody just said, hi, sorry I'm late, but they're logged on as me. So I literally have no idea who you are, because it's somebody that's logged on as me. Don't know who you are. I got like 4 people to choose from. Okay, so last week during chat number 279, we were talking about how to find your go-to foods. And I opened up everybody's refrigerator and snooped around. I took a good peek around in your refrigerator. Only kind of sort of kidding. So not really, but based on your homework results, I came pretty darn close to snooping in everybody's refrigerator. This was probably one of the most well-attended homework weeks, and it's like in the top 10, maybe even in the top 5 attended homework weeks. So I feel like I was opening your refrigerator doors and looking in them. But if you weren't here last week, we were talking about, without peeking in there. Of course, I was snooping around in your refrigerator, but without you peeking in there, I wanted you to name 5 things that were in your refrigerator right now. 5. You could name more than 5. I know everybody's got more than 5, but you could name 5 things. And then I wanted you to shout out 1 0-point food that you could not imagine being on this journey without. So it was things like, then you had to decide, why are those things important to you? Is it because of the points value? Is it because of availability? Is it something that you can get all the time or you can get right now? Is it the taste or enjoyment? Like I keep going on and on and on about the blackberries right now. Whoa. Man, and I know I'll run out of them soon, but right now I could not be without these just because of the taste and the enjoyment. The convenience, is it something that you already have, something you can run out and get, something that fits in your budget? So there were lots of things to keep in mind for why those were in your top 5 list. And your homework for last week was to anchor your fridge. Anchor your fridge, and it was so fun. Yeah, Loretta can't get enough watermelon. Me either. Although right now I am stuck on the blackberries, so watermelon will have to be for next week, and I've got one sitting over there ready to go. But your homework for last week was anchor your fridge, and you were supposed to just write down your top 3 go-to foods, or take a picture of it. Just somehow let us know. And if you have an egg, a Weight Watchers journey, Oh, it's Rita. Oh, she's actually coming up as me up on the other screen, but Rita got a yellow watermelon. That sounds fantastic. But you're going to list your top 3 go-to foods. And the ladies over on Connect this week were kicking it on the homework. So everybody that I'm going to read off came from Connect this week. There were so many of you, but these were a few of the ones that I really, really liked. And so instead of reading off names, these are people's handles on Connect. So if you want to go find any of these people on Connect, or if you are any of these people on Connect, give us a shout out. But at Exercise for You listed eggs, Low Point bread and buns, and TJ's, which is Trader Joe's shredded light mozzarella cheese. That one is a great one. That is something that I love to keep handy, is the Trader Joe's shredded light mozzarella cheese. And they were out of it for a little while. And the tart molds that Trish used are on Amazon, and Prime Day's coming up. But the shredded light mozzarella cheese was in short supply for a little while. So that was, some scary times, but great job, Exercise for You. And then at Diane Forrest Walker chose spinach, romaine, and red wine vinegar. I want to know what she's making for dinner. So that sounds fantastic. And are you making some kind of salad? What are you making? Because you made me hungry when I saw your list. Then at Mare220, MARE220 says eggs, beans, and Schmidt 647 bread are on her list. I've never had Schmidt 647 bread. Don't even know what it is, haven't heard of it. So if you are here, please let me know. I don't know what it is. And Melissa wants to know what happened to fat-free cream cheese. You know what? It doesn't bother me anymore if it's gone, because I make my own. And yes, there is a chat for that. And then at K Marches 1 keeps satisfied by stocking eggs, fruit, and spinach. She can make all kinds of things out of that selection. I think that was an awesome selection. And then at Arrow 141 is keeping it low to no points with eggs, tomatoes, and cucumbers. Those were awesome things to keep in your fridge. And I was seriously hungry after reading all of these. But congratulations, everybody who did your homework this week. Y'all really knocked it out of the park. Great homework week. Made me so happy. So here are your Bravo stickers for this week's homework. Good job, everybody. And this week's topic is how to plan for a roadblock. So let's just picture this. Picture this. You're in control of your day. Whew. You've got everything already tracked. You've already got it planned. You already know what you're going to do, where you're going to be at what time. It's feeling good to feel good, right? And then panic. The power goes out at work and you can't open the door to the refrigerator to get the lunch out that you carefully packed, prepared, and already tracked. Okay, little panic. Panic! Your spouse calls and says there's a dinner date tonight that you can't miss at a restaurant that you've never been to. Panic! The hotel with the in-house gym and pool didn't get your guaranteed reservation, and now you've got to stay somewhere without one. Okay, it doesn't have to be that extreme, but even the little things can put your perfectly planned day in the ditch. And that's okay. So here's how to completely keep from running off the road, or how to keep from completely running off the road. The first thing is you've got to identify the detour. So whatever this detour in life is, and hello Karen from East Tennessee, good to see you. So whatever this detour is, first thing, you got to identify it. You can't just go blindly into this, okay? So identify that detour. Is it a special event, like the going out to dinner with the boss or whatever? Is it just one meal? Is it one event? Is it an entire day? You got to kind of, get a grip on this. What is this? You got to put a name to it. And then is there something that you can do a little bit differently and still stay on plan? Like if it was at the hotel where all of a sudden the workout equipment was gone, did they have a pool? Maybe you could swim. Maybe you could walk laps. Maybe it's in a decent neighborhood, or you could drive over to the mall and walk laps. The second thing is you need to open up your toolbox. So you've got skills, and this is not your first rodeo, and it's not going to be your last one. So I don't care if you've been doing this a long time or a short time, you've got some tools, okay? You have some tools in that toolbox. So I want you to take a minute to remind yourself of 3 things that you use to stay on track on a normal day, and then pick one to use in this situation. So it's going to depend on, what's going on. You might pick a tool like, getting right back on track with tracking, or you might pick a tool like calling a friend to make sure that you don't just completely go off the tracks. You've got lots and lots and lots of tools in your toolbox, so you've got to find the right one. You might have to dig around a little bit. kind of dig around, see what's in that toolbox. But I promise, even if you've just joined, you have some things in your toolbox. And then hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry. Hold on just a second. Cheryl says she's going to start back, but she had her kidney removed this month on purpose. Like, did you mean to have it removed, or did something happen and you had to have it removed? Oh my goodness. Are you okay? Are you all right? Y'all are falling apart on me. But so the last thing is hands on the wheel, eyes on the road. So if you literally came upon a roadblock, if you were driving your car and you literally came upon a roadblock, you wouldn't just take your hands off the wheel. And hello, Cynthia from Ohio. You wouldn't just take your hands off the wheel and cover up your eyes, okay? I hope you wouldn't do that. I hope you wouldn't say, okay, good, Cheryl. I hope you wouldn't say, oh, there's a roadblock. I'm just gonna throw up my hands and, and cover my eyes and just, and wish for the best. I'm hoping that you wouldn't do that. So same here, okay? You got to keep your hands on the wheel. You got to keep your eyes open and you got to keep them on the road. And then you've got to decide what you're going to do next. So an example might be dig in that toolbox and say, you know what? I can track. I know how to track. So I'm going to go ahead and track my next meal. Or you might dig in that toolbox and say, you know what? We can't open the refrigerator door. So I'm going to order a healthy meal for delivery, or I'm going to go out and grab something that's healthy. Or if you arrived at the hotel and they didn't have your guaranteed reservation, has happened in the last couple of months for us, even though it said guaranteed reservation. But if that happens, maybe you could find somewhere to walk. You could, like what we did. We left the next morning and we went down to there was a beach like 30 minutes away. So we went down to the beach and just took a nice long walk up and down the beach. You have to do something. So you can't just cover your eyes and then drive off in the ditch, okay? So your homework for this week is hashtag flex your toolbox. So it's hashtag FLEXYOURTOOLBOX. Because remember, we're flexing, and flexing can mean stretching, flexing can mean, flexing your muscles, flexing can mean lots of different things. So this week we're going to flex our toolbox, which means you're going to be flexible and open up your toolbox. And whether you started this journey, last week, or if you started it a lifetime ago, you have tools. We all have tools. This meeting might be your tool. Your in-person workshop might be your tool. Thank you, Lynn, for sharing that. Your best friend, somebody that you're on this journey with, your information, your app, your WW app might be might be the tool that you need. You all, again, if you started this last week, or if you've been doing this for a lifetime, you already have some tools. All of us have some tools. So your homework for this week is hashtag flex your toolbox. And I want you to tell us your number one tool from your WW toolbox that keeps your wheels on the road, even when you want to close your eyes, and just go careening off. Then I want you to, share it, tag me. You're going to tag me on Instagram. It's at IfYouHaveAnEgg. Tag me on Connect at IfYouHaveAnEgg. Tag me here. You can just type in at IfYouHaveAnEgg, or in our closed Facebook group, tag at Kelly Green Milligan, and it will notify me. You can always comment on YouTube or on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and I will see those. But it's hashtag flex your toolbox. Find one tool, and your tool that you're going to use might not be the same as mine, might not be the same as hers or his. It's your tool. So you've got to dig in your toolbox and see what you're going to use. I do want to mention though, some of you all think, well, I don't know what tools do I have? If you're in an in-person workshop, you have all of the materials that they gave you in the beginning. If you're not in an in-person workshop, you have one of the most huge databases ever in the WW app. You've got, the Personal Points Engine, you've got that toolbox, you've got scanning capabilities to scan things, you've got recipes galore, all kinds of ideas, you've got Connect to go. Maybe Connect is going to be your tool. Maybe you're just going to say, you know what, such and such is going to happen, and instead of closing my eyes and just running off the road, I'm going to go on Connect and I'm going to put it out there and say, hey, this is happening. Is there anybody that can commiserate with me and tell me what to do? So Hashtag flex your toolbox. We all have tools. Use them, use them. I was so excited about the homework last week that I have some high expectations for what y'all are going to do this week, okay? So I'm really, really expecting some good things out of you all this week for your homework. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my drink of water, even though we're just a few minutes early for the second half, because I have information from a special guest who's not physically here, but I don't want to waste any time. And yes, Sandra, it's about time for some water. I don't want to waste any time getting to this. So halfway point, we all are going to grab some water. And I'm telling you, I enjoyed where I had frozen some fruit, just some seasonal fruit that we had here at Casey Kitchen Center that we got from the Peach Tent. I enjoyed it so much that I made another one this week. So I am having my fruit water again this week, and then sadly, 2 of the things that are in my fruit water I am officially out of now. So I don't have any more of the pink pineapple. That's the last of my pink pineapple. I still have plenty of frozen blackberries, but yeah, the pink pineapple is all done. So everybody go ahead and grab your drink of water. See, the nice thing is, when this is done, I can eat the fruit that's in there. So again, that's the last of the frozen pink pineapple. We ate all of that. It was so delicious. Okay, so this is the second half of chat number 280. And in the first half, we were talking about using things from your toolbox. We were talking about being flexible and using things out of your toolbox. The second half goes right along with that. I was not kidding a couple of weeks ago when I said that we were going to be talking about some money saving ideas. So the price of everything just continues to go up. We did have a tiny reprieve on gas this week. Tiny reprieve. I think I got it for $4.36. Oh, how funny. Carol Lou's water tonight. Maybe a glass of wine that has water in it, or sort of, kind of. Just get some liquids, okay? But we got a tiny reprieve on gas. That does not mean by any means that we were, like cool on the gas market. But I wasn't kidding when I said we were going to spend this summer, at least a couple of weeks this summer, talking about ways to save money. So this week we are going to talk about 3 pro tips for saving money on groceries. If you didn't watch last week, it's not over. If you didn't watch last week, and by the way, we can all stop worrying about COVID now. Oh, it's over ice. Okay, Carol Lou. I thought she was saying it's over, like the gas situation was over. Yeah. Okay. I should have waited for that thought to finish. We can all stop worrying about COVID, by the way, because 36 states have monkeypox. So if that doesn't give you something else to worry about, I don't know what will. Anyway, so last week we were talking about ways to save money by saving money on energy. Not heating up your kitchen. Not going to heat up the kitchen again tonight, but not heating up your kitchen, not letting, not keeping things, too cold, too hot, closing blinds, things like that, ways to save money on energy. But tonight we've got 3 pro tips for saving money on groceries. Okay, tonight I enlisted the help of my dear friend. Oh no, Mary says COVID is still here because she has it. Dang it. Okay, well, I hope you feel okay. But at least you don't have monkeypox, okay? Okay, you don't have monkeypox, so that's good. Hopefully nobody here has monkeypox. Okay, so I enlisted the help of my dear friend Laura, who is a lifetime WWer. No, Loretta says, is there a vaccine for monkeypox? I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. They just, on the news this morning, they were like, 36 states have monkeypox. And I went, whatever. Okay. We're just going to keep eating and we're just going to pretend like, we're just going on like normal. So we're not going to let that be a roadblock. Monkeypox, you are not a roadblock to us. Okay. You are not a roadblock. Okay. Monkeypox, you're not going to be a roadblock. Okay. So tonight, though, I enlisted the help of my dear friend Laura, she is a lifetime WWer, so she's a lifetime member of Weight Watchers. She has lost her weight and she has kept it off for I don't know how many years. It's got to be at least 20 years. But she is also the winner of Food Network's first season of Grill of Victory, and I will have Jessica put the link for that in the chat. when she posts this, hopefully tomorrow. And if you hop over to Laura's, so if you go, if you do click that link later, and if you go over and check out Laura's blog, or if you check her out on Grill of Victory, or, you know, on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, please tell her I said hello and that you thank her for these tips. So she's very, very busy. She didn't have to do this for us, but she so wanted, as the winner of Grill of Victory, just kidding, she is so down to earth, but she wanted to share with you all, and when I asked, you know, she jumped on it. So when I met Laura, though, when I met her, let me think, Casey was probably maybe 10, so 20, almost 20 years ago, so 18, 19 years ago. But when I first met Laura, she was a stay-at-home mom of 2 growing boys, and they were growing fast, and they never stopped eating. So they literally, if it was sitting still, they were eating it. But she and her husband felt it was very important to sit down and have a family meal very often, even though it was hectic with his work, hectic being a stay-at-home mom, hectic with sports, school schedules, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I was amazed. When I first met her, I was amazed at Laura's carefully put together meals. They looked like handcrafted, carefully put together meals. You know, it looked like something out of a Martha Stewart magazine. They were colorful. She had a colorful and, you know, like a properly set table, you know, those kinds of things. And she seemed to have an endless supply of high quality and delicious food. Okay. I was in awe. I mean, I was like, I don't know if I was jealous or not, but I was in awe of her kitchen, and I was in awe of what she was cooking. Okay, I soon found out, though, that just like the rest of us, Laura was just hanging on by her teeth, okay? But she was determined to find ways to save money at the grocery store and to still feed her family and their friends. So she was, you know, I didn't know. When I first met her, I thought, wow, this chick's got it all going on. She's got it all together. Everything's going on. She's just like the rest of us, okay? So she was over here scribbling menus, you know, on pieces of paper and panicking at the grocery store, you know, and doing all the things that the rest of us do. She just looked good doing it, okay? So she is also one of the most genuine and honest Weight Watcher women, WWers, that I've ever met. She is not shy to tell you how she prepares a meal. You can go visit her on TikTok or Instagram. It's the @ sign and then @ Laura's Table, and it's LARA, Laura's Table. But she's not shy to tell you how she prepares a meal. She is not shy to share a secret. She has no secret. She will literally tell you anything, even some things that you don't want to know. She will tell you anything. She admits when she messes one up. She had a hilarious, I think it was last year, she had a hilarious post on Instagram where, I don't know, something burned or melted or something. She's not shy about telling you that. Let's see, she can explain to you how she keeps everything going while still maintaining her goal all these many years later, okay? She's so genuine, so if you get a chance to follow her, please do. But when I asked Laura if she would mind sharing her top 3 tips for saving money at the market with you, she didn't hesitate. Okay, she hesitated a little bit because I told her she could only pick 3, okay? She wanted to pick more than 3, and I was like, Laura, it's 30 minutes. You can only pick 3. Uh-oh. Hold on. Are we stuck for a second? Okay, we were stuck for just a second. Sorry, I was going to take this stuck moment to get a drink. But anyway, when I asked Laura if she would share her top 3 tips for saving money at the market, again, she did not hesitate, except she hesitated because I told her she could only pick 3. She has so many of them. Yeah, I made her pick 3. But you can follow her. Again, you can follow her on Instagram or TikTok, and it's at Laura's Table, and that will be posted in the handwritten notes, but it's the @ symbol, and then ATLARASTABLA. So at Laura's Table. I'll also post a link to her website, and you can see her cute Grill of Victory picture. She's got this cute thing going, call me, on her website. It's super cute. Okay, so here are Laura's top 3. So Laura's pro tip number 1, and I'm not good at doing this. She is, and I have watched her do this. She's got it perfected. I'm not great at it. I need to get better. But Laura's pro tip number 1 is use your store's app. So almost every single grocery store has an app now. And she said to take advantage of the digital coupons. So, you know, take the few minutes of time to pull up the app, Digital coupons, you just go dink, 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 and they're in there. I'm not good at doing that. I should do that because it's so easy, because you literally pull it up and you just click on the digital coupons. And then she said, please make sure though that your store has your correct mailing address. And I thought, what difference? Why do I care if the store has my correct address or not? Who cares about that? She reminded me that stores will often mail coupons of the items that you buy regularly. So if you're using the app for that store and you're buying items regularly and you're scanning, like your Kroger card, or you're putting in, like across the street, I put in a phone number, so that they can track me and give me coupons and deals. But she said if they mail you those coupons, you can stack them. At most stores, you can stack the coupon that they mailed you with other deals when they're available. Who knew that? I did not know that. Okay, so that was her pro tip number 1. Laura's pro tip number 2, buy seasonal fruits and vegetables that are on sale. I hear you, Laura. So we've been doing that a lot here this last few weeks, last month or whatever. We've been buying green beans. See if I can point at them correctly. Green beans, like we bought a crate of green beans. We bought the peaches, when they were in season and on sale. The blackberries were that way. I got a ton of blackberries for a lot less than I would have paid for them at the store. She says, Laura reminds us that offers a wide variety in your diet and it can save you some money. I think it's important to know, though, what fruits and vegetables are in season. So we all like to think of, summer's the season of everything, but it's not. There are many fruits and vegetables that are winter fruits or vegetables, and winter may be different in your area than it is in my area. But always watch for that, and there are websites, and actually there's a chat for that tells you. I don't think this chat was specific to that, but we talked a lot about, what season, when everything's in season. Like, it's not apple season yet. So apples are expensive right now because they're not in season. Everything is not in season in the summer. So when it's fall and apples are coming into season, there is an apple orchard near here that we can go to. We will probably have the apple truck, will probably come by. They're from Michigan. And trust me, we'll be making applesauce. I'll be canning apples. We're going to do lots more, canning things. But Laura is exactly right. If you will just kind of keep a check on it, and you can look. Oh, wait, let's see. Oh, and Carol says she plans her weekly meals by what's on sale. And then she takes the food ad and pulls her recipes from that. Perfect. Boom. That is perfect. But yeah, so you can just check and see what's seasonal in your area. And Loretta says when veggies are expensive, the next best thing is frozen or canned. Yeah, just rinse and they're just as good. She's exactly right. But yeah, so it adds a wide variety, to your diet. And it takes just a tiny bit of research. I mean, you don't have to spend hours and hours and hours figuring out what's in season. Honestly, if you'll just visit your local farmer's market, you'll know, because that's what they have. So, when things are in season, that's what everyone at the farmer's market is going to have available for sale. So that was a great tip as well. Then Laura's pro tip number 3 is make good use of your freezer. So she's correct. I have frozen blackberries. We froze corn. I've frozen peas. I use the super cubes to divide up like marinara sauce, and one of my favorite things to do with it is like a can of pumpkin. When you open it, you don't need all of it. You normally don't need an entire can of pumpkin, so I've been freezing the pumpkin in half-cup increments so that when I need some, I can just pop one out, and I don't have a can of opened, gross, and fuzzy pumpkin sitting around. So Laura says make good use of your freezer. And she said, like, for example, if you need 1 pepper, but if they come in a multi-pack of 3, and if it's cheaper to buy 3 of them, if it's less expensive to buy 3 of them, then go ahead and buy the multi-pack, use the 1 pepper that you needed, but then freeze the others for later use. And you can either go ahead and make them into something and then freeze them, like maybe a stuffed bell pepper, or you can chop them up and freeze them. She says if you have herbs, onions, or potatoes, just about anything that is about to pass its prime, freeze it. Don't throw it away, just because it's a little soft, don't throw it away. Laura has even frozen bagged spinach. So she had spinach that was just, like you wouldn't want to just eat it, you know, just to get a little wilty. So she froze it, and then she used it later in eggs or like soup or in casseroles, you know, instead of going again over to the store and buying frozen spinach. She made her own frozen spinach because she, you know, she had a bag of almost wilted spinach. And then she said the same thing goes for gifted vegetables from a friend or from your own garden. You know, preserve it while it's fresh and enjoy it later. So we've talked about that. You know, we did, again, the canned green beans. Oh yeah, or Trish says protein shakes with spinach. That's a great idea, Trish. So Trish, do you freeze fresh spinach and then do that? Oh, and Carol Lou buys a rotisserie chicken from Costco for $5 and gets several. And then do you debone them and then freeze them? Sorry, I'm a little parched today. Oh, and Trish says yes. So she's taking bagged spinach, freezing it, and then she uses that in her smoothies. That's a great idea. And you could use that in those little egg cups that you made today too. Those look so good. And Trish says yes on chicken too. So, but like the green beans, you know, we didn't throw any away. We just went ahead and canned them. We ate what we could eat, and then we canned the rest of them. Peaches, same way. I've got, let me think, I've got 6 quart bags of corn, the corn that we blanched and cut off. So we ate as much as we could, and then we blanched, cut the rest of it off the cob, and froze it so that we could have it, you know, later on down the road. And a lot of things are even better when you freeze them. Yeah, and Debbie says debone it and make your own from the carcass. Carol Lou says she makes stock from the bones and then freezes in ice cube trays for when she needs stock. Awesome ideas. These are perfect ideas. So earlier when I was talking about using a tool from your toolbox, these chats you all talking to, those are perfect tools to have in your toolbox and to use, okay? Perfect tools. Each other. Y'all are, it's perfect. We're all in this little toolbox together, okay? Okay. But preserving it fresh and then using it later, just like the chicken stock, you know, how much better would frozen chicken stock be that you made than some shriveled up, dried up little cube of something, you know, that you got over at the grocery store? Seriously? I mean, it's got to be better. So she uses, Laura shakes fresh herbs, cuts them up, freezes them. Then she's got herbs to use. She's got garlic to use. She's got mint to use. She has, you know, all that kind of stuff, basil to use. And it's weird. It's not weird. A lot of the things, if you freeze them at the peak of freshness, when you unfreeze them, they pretty much taste just like they did, you know, when they were fresh. So fresh and in season. Okay, so, oh, hold on a second. Debbie says, all that zucchini that everyone's getting, if you'll grate it, if you can't eat all of it, if you'll grate it and freeze it, that's a perfect idea. And then Trish uses her ice cube trays to freeze lots of individual portions of vegetable sauces, eggs, you know, things like that. So to wrap up tonight's pro tips from Laura, we're going to use 2 of Laura's pro tips in one easy recipe. So it's blackberry season here in Tennessee. It is blackberry season, and I took full advantage of it 2 weeks ago. While the price of everything else skyrockets, I took big time advantage of bulk buying 3 gallons of blackberries from the Peach Tent. That's a local produce vendor here. I bought 3 gallons. That's like 15 pounds of blackberries, okay? It's almost 15 pounds of blackberries. And they were fresh. They were plump. They were huge. I'll show you one here and again in a second. And they were just begging me to be made into something, okay? So I'm not gonna lie, we ate about half of the first gallon when he brought them in. We just opened them. And we just sat there and ate them. They were so good. And then the other 2.5 gallons, I put 2 pints in glass jars because I wanted to see if that strawberry storage tip that we talked about in chat number 272, where we were talking about what were the different ways to store fresh strawberries. Because if you remember from a few weeks ago, Alyssa and I were overrun with strawberries from our garden. Like to the point that we were having trouble eating them all, if you can imagine that. I just wanted to check and see if that would work for blackberries too. And look at them. These are 2 weeks old. So I got these blackberries from the Peach Tent 2 weeks ago, and they still look fantastic. So I'm going to say yes, the mason jar, don't wash them, put them in the mason jar, works for the blackberries as well as the strawberries. And then lastly, with those, I hot water bath canned 4 pint jars, and then I froze 8 quarts. So I have 8 quart size freezer bags for use later. So the easiest way to save money, so tonight we were talking about saving money on groceries and saving money at the market. The easiest way to save money is to eliminate food waste, okay? Is don't throw it away. That's the easiest way to save money. So taking Laura's pro tip number 2 and 3, I bought local produce that was on sale. Okay. Oh, and Mary says mason jars work for blueberries too. That is great to know. Did not know that. But I used 2 of Laura's tips. I bought local produce that was on sale. And now we're going to use it in an easy recipe that is forgiving of fruit that has gotten a little overripe. So those were tips number 2 and 3 from Laura. First thing I'm going to show you these blackberries. So look how big those are. Huge, huge. And I'm going to eat one just to prove that they are still, man, ooh, I love them. So good when they're fresh. Okay, so we're going to make a mug cake. We're going to make a 3-2-1 mug cake with the blackberry. So this is going to be like a blackberry cobbler. It does not have tons of butter in it. So for you tried and true cobbler people, calm down. It's still going to be good. And we have plenty of time for me to remind you how to make the base mix. And I actually just did a reel today to show you how to make this. But basically the base mix, and you can use this, you know, for any 3-2-1 mug cake, is I use sugar-free cake mix. So you can either do a sugar-free, you don't have to do sugar-free. It only adds like 1 point if you don't do sugar-free. But I do a sugar-free yellow cake mix if I need it to not be yellow cake or chocolate cake, because I've only ever been able to find sugar-free yellow or chocolate. And if I need it to not be one of those 2 flavors, then I'll do like just pure white or something like that. And then you add a box of angel food cake mix, just plain old angel food cake mix. Nothing fancy about it. It's just the kind that you add water to. So you take both of those boxes and dump them in some kind of a container. So I usually use like a zippered container. This is what my mom used to use to make she had a pancake batter that she would make. I need to make some of that. I've not made her pancake batter in a while. And then you just write on it what it is. So this is 3-2-1 mug cake yellow. This is the yellow base, and it makes 30 to 3 tablespoon servings. So for a mug cake, you're going to use 3 tablespoons of this. And if you put it in something like this, or if you put it in a zippered container, or if you put it in something like a, you know, some kind of a plastic container, it's a little bit easier to mix it all together, because you definitely want the 2 cake mixes to be, you know, evenly mixed together. And also you can store in this, or you could store it in a glass container, you know, or another plastic container, but you want it to be like an airtight seal like this, so that it lasts, because you're just going to be using 3 tablespoons at a time. And you can use this for any fruit, any flavor. You can add pudding to it. You can add, what all could you use? You can add chocolate chips to it. You can add different flavorings. You can just make just about anything you want. And we did one a few weeks ago with the strawberries. We did a strawberry shortcake. So tonight we're going to do like a blackberry cobbler. You can use, it's a mug cake, so you can use just a regular mug if you want to. You do not have to use anything fancy, but y'all know I got to take pictures of this when we get done. So I'm going to use something fancy. It's not fancy. So I'm just going to use a regular glass mason jar, and look how cute. Look how cute this little mason jar is. But I'm going to use a regular mason jar, and you put 3 tablespoons. And remember, again, you can use just a mug. This is what this is for, is a mug. So you can use a mug. You can use a microwave safe dish. Just don't make it too flat, or it turns out a little flat. Like, make it something where it's going to go up. You know, like the mug, it's going to go up in the mug. And then we're going to add, so it's a 3-2-1 cake. So we're going to have 3 tablespoons of the cake mix we already put together, 2 tablespoons of water. And you're going to stir that together. So that's where the 3 and the 2 comes from. And we're going to stir that until it's smooth. And because there's no eggs in this, you can lick your spoon if you want to. And then to that, I'm going to add some of these really kind of overripe but have been in the refrigerator blackberries. And again, you could use anything. You could do peaches, you could do strawberries, you could do blueberries. And we're going to pop that in the microwave for 1 minute. That's the 1 in the 3, 2, 1. Okay, so is everybody with me? Everybody understands why it's a 3, 2, 1 cake mix, right? It's a mud cake mix. And when that comes out, we're going to try. I've never tried this. So one of you all told me about Nick's ice cream. I've never had it, never noticed it. I think I saw it at the store a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't really pay that much attention to it. Just figured it was, just another ice cream, whatever, no biggie. But this one, one of you all suggested it. It is Swedish style light ice cream. It's only 250 calories for this entire pint. It's called Nick's and it's got no sugar added and it's keto friendly. I got the straw bar swirl. It's a Swedish style light ice cream, so it's straw bar swirl. Because I thought that would be good on a blackberry cobbler. But we're just gonna try this real quick. Ooh, the cobbler's done. I will also say, if you make this in a mug, look, if you make your mug cake in a mug, you can pick it up by the handle, okay? Do not, under any circumstances, and what did I do with my towel? There it is. Do not, under any circumstances, grab this glass jar. Okay, and yeah, Carol, the angel food cake mix is what makes it puff up. So it's actually going to be this consistency. It's going to be kind of puffy, and yeah, you have to have the angel food cake mix to do that. But I don't want to see... I do not want to see anybody grabbing a hot glass jar out of your microwave just because I did it, because I wanted it to be in a pretty jar, okay? Okay, so, yeah, that is super hot. Okay, so let me pick this up and show you what it looks like. So we've got a nice little mud cake, and it'll cool off pretty quickly here in just a second. So I'll be able to pick it up and show it to you. Okay. So here's our mud cake, and you can see it's just a little cake, and it has blackberries in it. But we're gonna put a scoop of this strawberry ice cream. Okay, I will say this: it does melt, or it gets soft a lot faster than any other light ice cream that I've ever had. So it is already pretty melty. Ooh, that makes it look like a milkshake or something. Look how pretty that is. Still a little toasty. Look how pretty that is, though, with that little bit of ice cream on there. And here, I will taste it for you. Y'all know I am always willing to taste test everything for you, to take one for the team and taste test it for you. Let's see if I can do that without burning myself. And you can eat them hot, you can eat them cool, you can let them cool off. They're delicious either way. Oh, that is super yummy. So I'm gonna have to get rid of you all now so that I can eat the rest of this. Oh wow, that is super, super yummy. So that's a great way to use your in-season things. If you've got things that are starting to get just a little, you think, yeah, I let that get too ripe, whatever. Just throw it into a mud cake. It's the perfect way to use it up, and you don't have to worry about it, don't have to feel bad about it. Use it up, freeze it. Take Laura's tips. It's the @ symbol at Laura's Table. You can find her on Instagram and TikTok, and of course on Facebook. And Carol, for this, the points would be 6 because it's 4 points for the mud cake, and then it's 2 points. Well, no, it would be 5 because it's 2 points for a 2 points for a half a cup of the ice cream. Okay, so Linda, it's 4 for the cake because the blackberries are none or 0. So it's 4 for the cake, and then the mixed strawberry swirl, it's 2 points for a half of a cup. So that's only a fourth of a cup of ice cream, so that would be like 5 points. And I'm telling you, that is stinking delicious. But I hope you will check out Laura. Again, it's at Laura's Table. She's also got a blog. We'll share that when we post this. Everybody have a fantastic week. If you are watching this on YouTube, please let that next video go ahead and roll over. I promise you'll enjoy it. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you haven't. We looked it up, and we've got like 7% of the people who watch our videos have subscribed, which is ridiculous. But anyway, so please go ahead and subscribe and click that little bell so you'll know when the next video comes up. But y'all have a fantastic week. I hope you will try this and you will let me know, and I hope you'll let me know what you decide to use it for. So y'all have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Good night.